Josuke Higashikata, the JoJo with the weirdest hairstyle. Hey, I'm sorry, hey! Hi, I'm Eddie C, and in today's episode, we're going to be diving into the town of Morio to analyze Josuke's fashion sense.
To start off, why don't we have a little peek at the first thing you notice about Josuke's appearance, his dazzling shoes. Josuke's hair is the main iconography of his character, a massive jet black pompadour with purple highlights, my favorite color. The pompadour haircut, also known as a region in Japan, gained most of its popularity in the 70s to the 90s due to famous figures like Elvis Presley. It's Rick and Morty time. The haircut was worn mainly by Yankee, Japanese delinquents, which makes you surprised that Jotaro didn't rock the pompadour. It was rooted in biker gang culture, being a symbol for rebellious youths, turning it into the hairstyle of gentlemen to the hairstyle of rebels, completely flipping it on its head. For our old pal Josuke, the reason why he confidently rocks the pomp is connected more to his vulnerability and kindness. At age 4, Josuke suddenly became sick. This was due to Dio piercing himself with a stand arrow, and since Josuke had Joestar blood, he started to manifest a stand. Being literally 4 years old and all, he lacked the mental fortitude to withstand manifesting a stand, so he fell ill. Tomoko, Josuke's mother, rushed him to a hospital in the middle of a storm. On the way, her car got stuck in heavy snow, and a mysterious man— wait, is that Josuke? Okay, so a mysterious man who is confirmed not to be a time-traveling Josuke pushes the car out of the snow, saving Josuke's life. Josuke looked up to the man and copied his image, styling his hair into a pompadour and getting mad as hell when someone insults it, as it's actually a sign of vulnerability for him. Josuke wears the style associated with delinquents, while it's actually just a sign of respect towards the man who taught him kindness. A dual nature, the delinquent look versus gentle personality, which is a perfect visual piece of storytelling for the balance of toughness and kindness within Josuke. Josuke turns the rebellious hairstyle look back into one of hope and kindness, not rebellion. The pompadour is also great from a character design standpoint, as it makes his silhouette look instantly recognizable. I mean, just look! Josuke's violent outbursts are a sign that fashion is tied to his deep personal identity, and a mockery of his fashion is a mockery of him as a whole. Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? Josuke asked calmly.
Harry, I protest! Harry, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
Okay, that's enough of hair talk. Ugh, I think I got some in my mouth. It's time to talk clothes, yo! Josuke's outfit is a Japanese gakuran, a male high school uniform that has been heavily modified. With bazookas, AK-47, LMGs, machine guns! Gakurans have a militaristic vibe, enforcing conformity in schools. Josuke's particular uniform is exaggerated in certain parts of the body, such as broad shoulders, a tight waist, and dramatic collar.
Small waist, pretty face with a big bang.
This outfit grounds Josuke as a normal high schooler, while still being an extraordinary dude, as Josuke is the JoJo that is meant to feel more real, a person you can see yourself being actually friends with. If we take a look at the modifications he's made, we can see he has a heart motif and an anchor symbol. The hearts that adorn his outfit symbolizes compassion, empathy, and healing, being directly tied to Crazy Diamond's healing and restorative powers. This sets Josuke apart from the previous hard JoJo, as Jotaro was more of a mean character, so the audience gears up for a more kinder JoJo. The anchors ground Josuke back to the setting of Morio, with his identity being rooted in the town, further adding on to the point that Josuke is more of a realistic person. The anchors also link into Jotaro, while also showing their contrast, as Jotaro has anchors in his outfit that are more stoic, whilst Josuke's anchors are more flamboyant. Josuke's outfit has a more expressive contrast to the JoJos before him. Jonathan wore Victorian and noble clothing, signifying his nobility and kindness. Joseph wore practical rugged elements of adventure wear while still having stylish aesthetics, showing his personality as a trickster. Jotaro wore a dark military coat adorned with stars, emphasizing his stoic and cold nature, while our old pal Josuke's outfit displays him as warm, empathetic, and grounded in youth. Bringing back the duality point from earlier, Josuke's clothing presents 3 more dualities to physically represent his character. It shows toughness versus softness, with the sharp uniform lines and ties to delinquent culture, while being contrasted by the soft hearts. The uniform is meant for conformity, but Josuke has heavily modified it, bringing out his unique individuality, totally going against the ideas of conformity. I don't know about you, but if I put hearts and anchors on my school uniform when I was at school, I would have been publicly executed by my teachers. Josuke's fit being associated with rebellion pits him as an outsider, while he's actually the protector and heart of Morio, having a heavy sense of belonging. Our immortal king Araki has a philosophy when it comes to character design. He said before in interviews that character design should be read like photography. A single glance at a character and you should be able to discern the character's personality right away. Araki has executed this perfectly in Josuke. He's a high schooler who's been shaped by delinquent culture, with his hard edges being softened by his compassion, while also having Araki's iconic flamboyant design. Jotaro Kujo is the JoJo from the previous part, but he's still got his foot in the door of the JoJo's series as he makes his return in part 4 to meet Josuke. In part 4, fashion becomes more than style. It's a generational dialogue. Jotaro's dark stoic outfit reminisces on the legacy of the series, while Josuke's bright purple outfit signifies the new era of JoJo, a sign of what's coming for the series. Here's what we get from the first impressions of Jotaro and Josuke standing side by side. Jotaro's long militaristic coat gives him more height and a feeling of authority and experience. Josuke dons a more shorter and tailored uniform, more youthful and sleek. Jotaro's coat is stiff and heavy, reflecting his immovable personality. Josuke's outfit is more flexible, allowing him to be more adaptable and more emotionally open. That definitely contrasts Jotaro. Bro left his only daughter behind. Jotaro wears stars, a symbol of the legacy and history of the Joestar family, while Josuke chooses to wear hearts instead. He isn't tied down by destiny, he's more about being human. JoJo isn't safe from the generational shift in fashion, as Jotaro's outfit is from the 80s, being more of the stoic archetype, while Josuke leans more into the colorful, stylish flamboyancy, embracing the fashion of the 90s. It's also important to note that Araki was shifting art styles during this time, so in the early chapters of part 4 we get a hulking Josuke and whatever this is. Araki's art shifts from muscular brutes to more fluid and fashionable designs. The difference in fashion styles of Jotaro and Josuke marks a generational change in JoJo. As the Dio saga closes, a new one begins with Josuke. Their relationship is shown through their fashion choices. Josuke's warm, expressive outfit shows to anyone that he is kind and approachable, while Jotaro's authoritative outfit paints him as the old mentor figure to Josuke, even though Josuke's his uncle. So I was curious and found out that the word uncle comes from Latin, like basically everything. The word avunculus, which means little grandfather, was borrowed into Old French as uncle. The more you know, eh? So when you call someone unc, you're actually just calling them a little grandfather. Wait, does anyone remember the show Grandpa in My Pocket? He's literally an unc. We're getting off track. We gotta focus on drip. And no one knows drip like Araki knows drip. Instead of designing your average shonen characters, Araki designs runway models. Araki has said in interviews that he reads fashion magazines more than actual manga for inspiration. His main inspirations are Gucci, Versace, and Issey Miyake. So imagine how he must have felt when he got to do the JoJo Gucci collab. He takes inspiration from runway poses and applies it to his characters.
JoJo, pose, pose, pose.
Araki's fashion design has real-world ties as he's done many collabs with designer brands. He made a Gucci manga with Jolene as a protagonist and has drawn characters in full high fashion spreads for Gucci and Prada. Josuke's design fits in well here as his golden motifs and tailored uniform would fit in well in a 90s Versace collection. I basically am Josuke. Look at all my Versace fragrances. Color symbolism, I love it! Josuke's color palette changes across media, but whether he's crowned in purple or navy blue, the hues of his design show a teenager who's the flamboyant protector of Mario. By the way, at my local corner shop they have Oreo cookie ripoffs called Mario, and I think that's hilarious.
JoJo cookie.
Josuke is often depicted in purple uniforms, with it being a symbol of balance. It merges red and blue, aggression and calm, representing the balance of Josuke's hot-headedness and his compassion. Wait, I just realized where Josuke gets his hot-headedness from.
通訳なしでもわかるようにな。場合によっちゃぶっ飛ばす。
How did I not notice this before? As I'm sure you'll probably know by now, purple is a symbol of royalty, which is quite ironic as the purple bits of Josuke's fit is a uniform which is associated with delinquency. When Josuke is colored in blue, it feels calming. He's a trustworthy protector of Mario, secure and stable. The gold accents of his uniform add a unique JoJo's flair to the fit, both loud and theatrical. The color gold is associated with triumph, charisma, and vitality, converting Josuke's design into a more celebratory one, being the shining protector. The purple in Josuke's hair anchors him back to his uniform, creating one solid color palette, and no matter how he is drawn, his hair and uniform are always the same color. His color palette contrasts with other characters, with Jotaro having a dark and muted palette showing stoicism and restraint, Kira having pale suits with light lavender tones helping him with his obsession with blending in, Josuke has bold, purple, and gold, being vibrant and expressive, signifying his individuality. Across media, there are two main different color palettes for Josuke. In the colored manga and early promotional art, Josuke has a purple uniform, green undershirt, and gold accents. The purple, as said before, shows the duality of Josuke's hot-headedness and calmness. The green mirrors his stand Crazy Diamond through its meaning. It means vitality and life, like his healing stand. And of course, the gold represents his confidence and warmth. The second adaptation of his color palette comes from the anime. He has a navy uniform and a yellow undershirt with the typical gold accents. Wait a second. Navy uniform, yellow shirt? Josuke is Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop? If you're wondering why I know so much about Spike's clothing, it's because I did a little video on him if you want to go watch that. Link is in the corner. The navy coloring once again grounds Josuke and Morio, highlighting his protector role, and the yellow represents his warmth and youthful energy. Versace Eros energy? Okay, I'll stop it with the fragrances. Araki's colors for everything in JoJo's shifts all the time, showing how flexible his storytelling is. The meanings shift, but the emotional core remains intact. Going back to the point that Josuke is the turning point in JoJo's design, with Josuke, Araki began to bend masculinity using fashion. The evolution of fashion of JoJo's creates a clear timeline that evolves from masculine to feminine. The pipeline of Jonathan to Joseph to Jotaro to Josuke to Giorno to Jolene, with the JoJo of part 6 literally being female. High fashion often blurs gender lines, clearly being reflected in Araki's work. This is why his characters hit glamorous poses that we wouldn't normally expect to see from traditional masculine heroes. Across parts 4 to 6, different symbols are used to indicate softness. Josuke's heart, Giorno's ladybugs, Jolene's butterflies. These are all typically seen to be feminine, and yet they are central to the strength of each character. Coffee is so good. Josuke paves the way for future protagonists who lean even more into hybrid androgynous fashion. Fun fact, most manga was influenced by Bjorn Andersson, a Swedish actor who was male but also looked like a girl. This is coined by the term androgynous, and most manga artists base their characters off the face of Bjorn, making them androgynous. Josuke shows Araki realizing that he can send powerful messages from giving typically feminine traits to a male character. It feels more powerful as it's unexpected. The femininity of Josuke's fashion is a subtext within the narrative. His healing powers complement the heart symbols he wears. His role as a powerful fighter is fused with a feminine-coded role of caregiver. Part 4 isn't about saving the world. The stakes are scaled back and is instead about protecting a community, giving the part a more domestic heroism, linking Josuke back to traditional femininity. Araki blends local Japanese fashion with global European fashion to create his characters. Josuke's local Japanese influences come from his delinquent pompadour and Gakuran uniform. These form the base of Josuke's design, making it deeply local. The European inspirations for Josuke's design come from high fashion brands. It's a tailored fit with gold embellishments and hearts and anchors, transforming a high school uniform into something that belongs on the front cover of a fashion magazine. This creates the hybrid effect with his outfit being a mix of local and global fashion, reflecting the narrative. The story is set in a small local Japanese town. The fights Josuke gets into are cosmic, connecting to the global legacy of the Joestar bloodline. Jotaro's outfit is fully globalized. He feels detached and out of place in Morio. Kira's outfit is fully local, linking with his obsession of blending in and living a normal life, embodying repression and conformity. Josuke is a perfect fruit blend of the two, with a hybrid local global fusion. Say that 5 times fast. You know who we haven't talked enough about today? Kira. Not that Kira! I mean Yoshikage Kira, the antagonist of part 4. Why don't we take a little look at how Josuke and Kira are both visual foils of each other. Josuke and Kira embody loud versus silent fashion. Josuke is adorned with a flamboyant uniform, golden emblems, hearts, anchors, you name it. His fashion attracts people's attention. Kira's fashion is a muted business suit with pale tones, softer colors that allowed him to fade into the background of Morio, evading attention. Josuke's outfit rejects conformity, turning the Gakuran, a symbol of conformity, into an individualized fashion statement, rejecting society's expectations. Pepsi is so good. On the other hand, we would love that, wouldn't he? Kira's outfit screams conformity, a typical office worker. Kira lacks symbols on his design, being the opposite of Josuke. He lacks individuality, feeling empty as he hides his true ugly persona behind a mask of a typical boring man. He wants to be unreadable, undetectable. Josuke's bright colors represent his youthful energy, with Kira's muted and pastel coloring showing his adult conformity. Josuke's outfit subverts the expectations of a traditional male, as he embodies feminine traits opposing Kira's typical neat masculine suit and tie. From his hybrid outfit design to his subversion of masculinity, Josuke Higashikata marks the beginning of the change towards flamboyant and androgynous character designs in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Put all together of Araki's deep love of high fashion, Josuke's fashion is narrative, symbolic, cultural, and thematic. So that was a lot of information. I hope you enjoyed it though. I totally get why MatPat made Style Theory now. While researching, I had so much fun connecting all the threads and points. It's so beautiful watching Araki's art come together as you truly begin to understand it. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers now. If you could like and subscribe, it would mean a lot to me. And with that, the 4th part of my JoJo's series comes to a close. Wait, I know someone who doesn't like the number 4. Ah!